Hello Clashers and welcome for this war review. Nothing fancy, we are just going to review the last war we had. And it was far from a good one. Let's see the details. Let's start from the bottom. This was a very weird war because, as you can see, they had very weak bases on the bottom. And that we could 3-star very easily, so yeah, this attack there is not much to commentate about other than this base is just, there is no base, there is no defense, so yes, let's restart. Now this base is exactly the same, and now you probably understand that this clan, Satria banyumas, or some kind of engineered clan, where the bottoms have shitty bases with high TH, just to have to not have too heavy walls. And then yeah, you see this, anyone can restart this base. So the bottom bases don't import too much, and it will be the top bases that will play for this clan. I don't know why I show that, because it's useless. And 17 is shit. 16. Same here, anyone can restart this. Now it's a bit bigger, but still, yeah, the air defense is fine, but this is very underleveled. This is a little underleveled, and yeah, just dragon can kill that, no problem. And that's just what he did. 14. 14 is a bit bigger, and we start to have trouble 3-star. I asked my players to start using something else than dragons against TH9, because dragons simply cannot 3-star TH9, but so far I haven't seen many 3-stars on TH9 anyway. As you can see, that was not a very good attack. Yeah. We still got 2 stars, but yeah, it was very underwhelming. Let's watch it again. Just to see what's going on. Play again, and this time we don't go full speed. Okay, so this base is not big at all, so only some of the air defense is big, but it's not. This one is level 5, I think, and those are level 6, so yeah, it's not a strong base at all. So here, I don't know what was the plan with this wall breaker. And this guy has a golem, valkyries, wizards, wall breakers, and archers. So he goes with a ton of wizards tanking the queen, which was very weird because he lost half of his wizards doing just that. And now he goes in with the valkyries behind the golem, but there is a CC troops coming in and he will lose all his valkyries, which is a very bad news because valkyries are very important for in order to DPS a base. So now he sends the rest of his valkyries, and his wizard just exploded on the giant bomb. So basically he lost 80% of his army to giant bombs and and the queen. And now there is just a few Valkyries and a golem and his king, but this is not enough to finish up. So yeah, overall it was a pretty bad attack. The main problem was he got destroyed by the CC troops and he didn't calculate very well how to kill the queen. Yeah, very bad attack. Next, Death Commit on Rio Addis. Weird base. Okay, he goes in to clean the sides with his wizards. I don't have much against that, but at the same time he will probably lose his wizards as soon as they come in the range of the cannons. So using wizard as dead meat is not perfect. Now he sends his golem, but he already lost half his wizard. Already not too good of a start. And now he sends more wizards to their death because the golem is tanking only one cannon. So he lost almost all his wizards, he has yet to take care of the CC, and here comes the CC. The CC comes in at the same time as the Valkyries, but there is not much to kill the air troops, and now the Valkyries are taking a lot of damage. Hopefully he uses a good heal, which allows his Valkyries to stay alive. They will now go against the Town Hall, and meanwhile the Mini Dragon did a lot of damage on the back line. Finally he will kill this TH, so he will ensure he has 1 star. Giant Bomb kills the wizard, but it doesn't kill so many wizards, only 3 and a few archers, so that was not too bad. Meanwhile the king here is cleaning up the side, but there is no way he goes further. Well, at least he got 2 stars, but I feel like this base was not really tough, and the better attack could have gone for 3 stars, so yeah. This attack was a disappointment. I mean, this is the 13th base, it was the 16th base, Death Commit is our 16th, so yeah, 2 stars is good enough. Level 11, oh, actually that's pretty strong. 7, 11. Yeah, that was not the worst base. I think it could have been a 3 star if it was if the attack was better. But fair enough. The weird thing is, at the end of the war, no one had a 3 star on this base, and yeah, we have way bigger bases than this, and this should have been a 3 star. Next base, TH9, a decent one. And again, the walls are shitty. That's something I didn't mention on last attack, is the base had really shitty walls, so wasting 4 earthquakes to kill walls that die in 1 hit from the Valkyries was a very poor choice. Anyway. Let's see, our 9th player, Yaha Mohammed, had 75% on his base, and Yaha Mohammed is a TH9, so yeah, decent attack. But with such weak walls, we could expect a 3 star on this base if the attack is done correctly. But the Queen level 6 is not going to go very far, honestly. So far so good. Doing the queen walk. It's important to be able to do a queen walk at the beginning of an attack. And now 2 golems at the same place. I do not like that, because 2 golems at the same place means they will tank the same AoE. Talking of AoE, the CC troops will do a ton of damage to the CC. Half of the wizards are going to the side because he didn't clean very well the side buildings, and they will just die to other troops. Now the two golems will go to the center with the Valkyries. He already got the CC, I believe, yeah. Already got the CC, but now he will go for the 50%. And as you can see, there is not much behind the golems to help them out, despite using all the army behind them. Well, the golems did a good job, but there is no way this attack will ever do a 3-star. I mean, it was a good attack if you want to do a 2-star, but if you ever want to get a 3-star, this will never work. And now there is the problem with the golem, it is that they in front of a wall and they shoot at it for hours without ever killing anything. And golems are not easy to play with. And the king and the queen clean up the rest. Yeah, not so bad of an attack, but I believe he could have been a bit more creative to maybe at least try to get the 3 stars. But not too bad. I would say this is a decent attack. I would accept it. No problem. I don't want to watch it to the end because there is nothing up. Anyway, much better than the last attack. No doubt. What I would have done different is probably split the golems and have the backup troops used in a different way, so that, for example, the wizards, the 5 or 6 wizards that went to the top here, they died because they had no protection, and maybe if they were behind another golem or something, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it was a decent attack given the troops he had. 11 and a 3-star for the Lord Thanos. Finally a 3-star to a TH9, which is good. This is our 7th base against the 11th base, so a bit lower, but not that much lower, so yeah, great. Let's watch this. So he went with golems, Valkyries, and Hog Riders, and wizards. He starts off with a baby dragon to clean a side. I like this. I never use baby dragons, but we can be creative with those troops. And now he goes with the golems, putting them slightly aside from each other, which is good. You don't want to have your golems clumped together, unless there is a real purpose for them to be clumped. But here he took the opportunity to clean the side buildings with golems tanking, which is great. Now the lava hound will pop. There you go. And one golem goes to the left and another golem goes to the right, which means he can have 2 fronts to destroy this base. Here comes the Hog Riders while the golems are tanking the defenses, and this is a great spread from Thanos, really a good attack. Wow, Giant Bomb does a lot of damage to Hog Riders, but he barely saves them, which is good. And here you can see on the left that the wizards are doing a ton of damage to the buildings because they stay alive behind the golem, and the fact that this guy's defense has holes in his walls allows for the golems to go all the way without being stopped on a wall, hitting head first on the wall, and this is great. Now that the defenses are dead, the golem will head to the center and start tanking those Tesla towers while the queen deals the damage. And now it's just a matter of time before the Lord Thanos finishes this base off. Pretty good attack, a 3-star on a TH9 is always great. And we can go fast forward now. Sadly enough, the Lord Thanos left the clan right after this one, so yeah. Probably our best attacker left us, which makes me very sad. Next base, number 10, Love and War for the 3 stars. Love and War is our 6th base, I believe. and she is a TH9, so same thing. Yeah, 6 spades. TH9 against TH9, if you get a 3 star, this is a good job, so definitely a good job. She starts off with the golem. Sadly enough, the wizard will tank the mortar, so she will lose at least one wizard, which is not too bad, still okay. And she wants to go air, but before she goes air, she will kill the queen and the CC troops, which is a very good strategy. The main problem with air attacks is the CC troops and the queen, which will attack without, which will deal a lot of damage without dying. And now that she cleaned up the queen and the CC troops, and already did a ton of damage with the queen and the king, she must have a free way to this 3 star. And she already has the TH, so even if she doesn't get the 3 stars, she knows she will have 2 stars, so very good attack from Banyumas. Nothing wrong with that. She might go out of time if she waits too long, but we already know she will not. Sending the lava hounds, they can tank everything. The lava hound pops, so the mini puppies can deal a ton of damage. And now it is only a matter of time because all the defenses are dead. And we have all the dragons to clean up. Very good attack. Very good. There you go, congratulations, Banyumas. Probably the best attack we saw so far. Lord Thanos' attack was fine, but it felt a little bit lucky. And let's go for next phase, attacked by our 10th Tusher against Dangerous, number 9 for their clan. And now we start having a pretty big TH9 with X-bows to the ground actually. And yeah, an air attack might have been a good idea against that because the X-bows are to the ground, but at the same time he has pretty big air defenses. Anyway, he starts with the Queen Walk and the King Walk. Why not? I don't know why he spent a wizard there. Maybe he wants the queen to go to the center. Which would make sense, yeah. Looks like it, because he will use the... Oh, the wall breakers didn't make the walk. And now comes the Valkyries along with the wizards. And yeah, jump spell, but the CC troops will deal a ton of damage to those Valkyries. Valkyries are a bit lost, they don't know where they are running. And the wizard starts to focusing the CC troops, so far so good. He made a good job running into the core of this base, and now it's only a question of what is left in his attack. Valkyries are still pretty healthy. Sadly enough, they ran out of this heal, which the heal, I feel like the heal could have done a lot more. The queen is starting to lose all her health because she didn't have more healers on her back, and she died to the side defenses. And very quickly he ends up with no troops at all. So he still has his golem, which it happens to me a lot that the golem will go to the side and just get stuck on the wall and do close to nothing while the healers will heal his back, which is sad, but it's hard to avoid this kind of situations. And the other sad thing is that the queen died, so yeah, overall it was a pretty decent 2-star. 2-star and 75% when you attack one base above you. I will not complain about that. And it was a pretty decent TH9. I mean, the walls were great, defenses are great. I don't think the cannon are not maxed. But yeah, I can accept a 2-star. Let's Go next, number 8, 3 stars for the Lord Thanos again. Wow, good job. Lord Thanos 7 against 8, so yeah, he's attacking pretty close to his level and he got 3 stars. With the same tactics, Hogs and Golem and Valkyries. So he sends the mini dragon and a Valkyrie to lure the CC troops, which is great. It's always good if you can fight the CC troops outside the base. So he did just that. I believe he will use a golem, 2 golems, and the wizard to start killing this base. Nice spread on the wizard because both golems are tanking all the defenses, so the wizard can attack for free, which is great. Here comes the Hog Riders, and I'm a bit afraid here there could be a giant bomb, so be careful with the Hog Riders. Meanwhile, the golems took a ton of damage. Ooh, that was a lot of damage. But it's only now that the real battle starts, when the rest of the Hog Riders come in with the Valkyries and start to rip the base off. Valkyries are spending a ton of time on these walls, but they finally come in. Sadly, Hog Riders seem to get destroyed, but they seem to have done quite a lot of damage already, so not too bad. And the good thing is there is no Queen to defend and there is a CC to defend, so the Hog Riders are able to do a ton of damage. The Valkyries and the King went all the way around, which seemed very weird, but worked out pretty well. And there is still a heal, so he will be able to keep alive all his Hog Riders and his Valkyries, and meanwhile those wizards still get a ton of damage and they manage to stay alive. So very good attack from Thanos, very good attack. That will be a 3-star, no doubt. And there it is, he ends up the battle with both his king and his queen alive, a few Valkyries, so yeah, very good attack. Next, Ramadan. Attacked by Nilakandan. Nilakandan Ansnusna. No way I can spell correctly this name. So he starts with 4 wall breakers, earthquakes, sorry. And so he will probably try to go for only 2 stars, because usually when someone invests 4 earthquakes to kill the walls, it's because they really want to get fast to the center and they don't plan too much on the side. And now we send in the golem with the wall breakers, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Good thing he is cleaning the side buildings with his king and his queen, so when he sends the Valkyries they don't run. No, he forgot one building, so half the Valkyries will run around, which is far from perfect. And also the wizard, they will not all go with the center troops, which can be good. Sometimes you prefer to have them go around so that you don't have all your troops in the middle taking damage from the mortar and the wizard towers in AoE. And now he killed the TH, his king died, but his queen is still alive. He sends in a few Hog Riders, but there is not enough Hog Riders or defenses to protect them so that he could destroy the base like that. So they will probably die to those skeletons, and yeah, they're dead already. And now the queen is alone in the center, but there is quite a lot of defenses. Expos are doing a ton of damage against queens with healers. Now he boosts the queen, but at this point there is not much he can do. Just see how far the queen will go, and that's it. It's so sad to see the healers die like that, but I mean, it's better have your healer die instead of your queen. 70% 2 stars, decent. I mean, thing is, our Nilak is actually a TH10, so, and this base was a TH9. It was clearly not a real TH10 he was playing against. So I would hope he could have a 3-star against that. So yeah, a bit of a deception. And now our third Aki. our third base against their 6th and 2 stars. Again a base with shitty walls. And this war, it was really the war of the shitty walls. Except a few TH9, most of them had very bad walls. Again, the earthquake. I mean, it's not completely wrong to go for earthquake like that, but at the same time, it feels like a waste because for the same amount of money, you can put 2 jump spells and jump over more walls. So other than walls, you still have the person damage, but there was almost no buildings next to those walls, so it didn't make much sense. And also those were very weak walls, so yeah, spending 4 space of spells just to kill low level walls, I don't know, man. Could have healed for that, and it might have saved all those Valkyries that died in the middle. But anyway, he sniped the TH and now he doesn't have much to get rid of the rest because he already spent everything to get to the center and the troops died and there is still the CC alive. Well, that's a 2-star, but yeah, 2-star was the bare minimum against that, bro. So yeah, TH10 might, I don't know. I will not say I would expect a 3-star, but this attack was a bit underwhelming. Not a complete fail at all, but a lack of say. It doesn't seem like he tried to get a 3-star, you know? Look at those poppies doing a ton of damage because there is nothing to kill them. Yeah, it seems like an attack to get only a 2-star, and 2 stars don't win wars. And as a matter of fact, we lost, and he didn't choose his second attack, so yeah, Aki. Aki. You can do better. Neptune, our first base against their 5th base. And I believe at this time we already knew we lost, so yeah, it made sense. And Neptune is a pretty big TH11, so going against this TH10 with shitty walls, it's still good to have a 3-star against any TH10, but I feel like he attacked a bit too low. Anyway, if it was the end of the war, why not? As you could see, the earthquakes did a ton of damage to this Inferno Tower, but only the first earthquake does a lot of damage, because then earthquakes on the same buildings lose almost all their damage after the first one. So yeah, 4 earthquakes for only the shitty walls, yeah, I don't like that. And here comes a ton of bowlers. And that's something you can do when you're a TH11, is that you just send in a ton of bowlers with Warden and they just never die. Look at that. The Giants did a very good job tanking the Inferno Tower. And now he goes into the core. The good thing is he didn't run around the base. Neptune's main problem in his attacks is usually he doesn't clean the entire building, so he sends in all his bowlers and then they all run around. But this time they went all in the middle, stayed with the Warden, so they were able to do a ton of damage. So yeah, decent attack. And now that he cleaned almost all the base, there is still a queen with healers walking around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now. Can you get it? Can you get it? Can you get it? Can you get it? No. Holy, that was close. What happened to the queen? Why didn't she have her spell yet? Wow, that was very close actually. Wow, if this Inferno kills the miners, he would have only 2 stars. Anyway, pretty good, 3 stars. against 5th base. A decent, not the worst TH10 I've seen. And now we come to my attack, which was far from perfect. And again, shitty walls, so I took an earthquake, but only one, so that I can damage the big HP buildings here, but nothing more. I send in the queen to clean the sides, and then a few bowlers to do the same. Here I barely saved my queen with the rage spell. I would have been very sad if they died there. Then I send in the golem with the Valkyries to run in, and now I'm a bit afraid because I'm afraid my Valkyries will run around. And I'm also afraid of their CC troops. And my problem now is that I don't have much air damage to kill those CC troops, and they will deal a ton of damage now that they're alive. But good thing is my Valkyries already killed almost everything, but they have close to no health yet. And now they die, and I have successfully gone to the TH and killed the center. But I now have a queen with no spells and no one to tank for her, and the rest of my troops are dying, and only my golem is alive. I start to feel like my golem was a bit too much for this attack. Maybe I could have saved. Maybe I could have used the other troops instead of this golem and deal more damage, or maybe use the golem at another time or another place so that he tanks a lot more. Maybe I could have used just the Valkyries so they kill the center and then take the golem at the end and send him from the side here to make sure he's alive and has the queen on his back. So yeah, 69%, it's decent because, yeah, that was a decent TH10 and I'm just a TH10, so yeah. Getting 3 stars on a TH10 when you're a TH10 is never easy. But I hope I did better. Next will be the 3rd base, and it's my attack again and only 1 star. So big disappointment already. And yeah, this is a classic attack I fail when I don't manage to get into the TH. And yeah, I have a lot of trouble against this kind of bases. The queen walked at the start, the bowlers walked on the other side. And let's see, does this bowler die or not? He's about, bowlers are getting destroyed by this X-bow. Yeah, I think the bowlers there was maybe not the best idea. And now comes the Valkyries, and I will use the rage so that they get easily to the... and the gem too, so they get easily to the Inferno Tower, but still the Inferno Tower took forever to die. And my Valkyries got destroyed, they got melted. And meanwhile my queen is alone on the left and she took the aggro from the CC, while the golem tanks for the rest of the Valkyries and the wizard, which is not too bad, but now there is not enough troops to defend for the wizard and they will burn from the Inferno Tower damage, so that was really bad. Maybe I could have used the king spell so he could have tanked more with the little barbarians. And now that the Inferno Tower is alive and the CC got avoided by my troops, I only got 1 star, so very shitty attack. My problem is I don't really know how I could have gotten 2 stars on that base. Anyway, and now our 4th attacker against the 2nd. And I would be surprised if he could get a 3 star here. And as a matter of fact, he will not. Dragon, good job blowing the CC. Only issue is there is a level 40 queen on the other side of the base, so even though he will manage to kill the dragon, when he will send in his troops, when they will come to the queen, they will get destroyed. Anyway, he sends in the balloons first, and balloons will tank quite a lot of stuff, but turn off. Now it is lava hounds going against air defenses. Meanwhile, the Inferno Tower on single focus did a lot of damage to the first lava hound that did close to nothing to the red because there was lava puppies. And now the balloons doing a great job, but yeah, not enough to come up to that Inferno Tower and to kill that other air defense, while the level 40 queen dealt a lot of damage, really a ton of damage from this level 40 queen. I would love to know how much damage she dealt because it seems like it was a lot. And now he has nothing left to kill the rest of the base, so one star. I didn't expect much more because it's a pretty big TH10 and the defense is decent. Yeah, I don't know how we could have gone for 2 stars there. Maybe he could have sniped it or I don't know, because it's hard to get to this center. I really don't know. So yeah, decent attack, 1 star only, but I didn't expect more. And finally, 44%. Yeah, this is a big TH11. You don't kill that easily. So let's go Neptune, and I'm pretty sure he will do the same mistake he does every time, which is send all his golems with bowlers without cleaning the side building, and then the bowlers run around and get killed one by one instead of killing the center of the base. So let's see if that happens once again. So far the queen does a great damage, and the earthquake did a good amount of damage to those big walls. He cleaned the very important walls there, and he also took quite a lot of HP from those high HP buildings actually. So far so good. Now here comes the giants, but the queen died. Oh, that's sad. And he sends in all the bowlers at the same place, but obviously they will go to the side because there is a side building. And they will stay here and they will run around and they will get attacked by those Inferno Towers without being in range to attack them. So they will keep running around and get burnt. Oh! Unless they go to the center, but only a handful of them go there, and they will not be nearly enough to kill those Inferno Towers. If they kill the boss Inferno Towers, maybe it could be a TH, but no, not enough. There were too many that died to the side, so there was not enough damage to kill the center of the base, and now the rest is all out to die. So yeah, those bowlers placements. Anyway, that's it for our attacks, at least our best attacks, because I will not go into the 0-star attacks because there were plenty of them. And we will have a look at their 3 stars. 3 star against Aki. It's pretty good. So let's watch that. As you can see, our 3rd base looks much more like their 6th base. And yeah. Okay, he starts with the Queen Walk. It's good. Haki's base is nowhere near impossible to 3 star. And as a matter of fact, I already did 3 star him when I challenged. And it's not an easy 3 star, but if you do things right, it's not a hard one either. A pretty good Queen Walk here. He saves the spell of the queen by using the red spell, which is a good thing to do because you want your queen to stay alive as long as possible. And late in the attacks, usually the spell is more responsive and the healers go to heal other troops. So you need so rage will not save your queen. And also rage on the healers when there is infernos doesn't help at all because infernos stop healing. So now the queen is getting into the infernos, so she will stop having the healing effect on the healer, and that's when he starts going on the side. He sends in 1 golem and troops to kill the side building and a ton of Valkyries. And this is basically what I usually do. I do exactly the same. Send the golem so that he tanks the troops, kill the side buildings and then send a handful of Valkyries with red spell so that they kill the Infernals very quick. And now he uses heal spell to save his Valkyries, and he will be able to save a few of them, but very few. So it will be a tough one. Oh, there is actually there is 5 or 6 Valkyries here and 4 there, so he almost saves all of them. So now that he cleaned almost all defenses and there is almost 10 Valkyries on the ground, it will be a nice cleanup, especially since he still had a few wizards he kept for the end of the war so that they don't get killed by the AoE in the middle of the attack. So he trusted his Valkyries, and it was the right choice because now he has a ton of Valkyries with his wizards, and this cannon will not save this base. No way, Jose. Very good attack. And what else have they done right? 2 stars on Neptune. That's good. With dragons. With level 5 dragons. Oh yeah. Yeah, they saw Neptune's base and they knew. Okay, so Neptune, if you are listening, that's the problem when you put your air defenses together and you don't level them up either. So yeah. It's probably the only TH11 base I know that can be 3-starred by dragon. Because normally, and also his egg bow is to the ground. So yeah. Actually it will be only a 2-star, but man, you shouldn't be able to have 2 stars like that with the dragon attack. Dragon attacks are cheap, and it's not even max dragon. So yeah. He's just 2 stars on a TH11 all his life. And wow, 3 stars here as well. What's going on? Yeah, it's a TH11 going against TH10. So yeah, not much to say. We'll lure the CC, do the Queen Walk, deal a ton of damage, not even use a spell. Now he uses. The Queen did her job, now he's sending the Golem with bowlers to the side. The King, the Valkyries, he will clean this center base very easily, and now he has almost everything up, and there is no defenses there. This base was no match. Like, he got destroyed. Very good attack. And Lovenwa is a TH9, and she will get attacked by a TH10, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, TH10 against TH9. Honestly, yeah, he has no king, so yeah, it's not the easiest attack in the world, but a TH10 should be able to have a 3-star against any TH9 anytime. And his strategy is pretty much the same as everyone, so sending the queen for the queen walk, get rid of the CC thanks to your queen, use your poisons to make sure that the CC won't do too much damage. He still has to use a red spell, but he would have to use it anyway. And now that there is no Infernals, the Valkyries, if he uses the Valkyries well, they will go to the center of the base, and he will use a heal, and they will stay alive forever, and then it's 3 stars. That's the basis of this kind of attacks. So good job he uses his golem to tank for the wizard so that he can decide 5 bowlers, because bowlers are more resilient than wizards. I tried to use this strategy, but it wasn't very effective for me, and now it's time for the Valkyries to get to the center, and they will rip the center, rage spell to make sure that they run fast into those egg balls, and now jump spell and heal spell to make sure that they stay alive. Those Valkyries barely took any damage, and meanwhile on the back, on the side, there is the bowlers and the queen cleaning, and that's it. There is almost no more defense. there is a full HP golem, there is a ton of Valkyries, and there is a full HP queen that use her spell. Didn't see her use her spell, but yeah, so it could have become a bit dangerous for this queen, but anyway, with or without this queen, the rest of the base will get destroyed. I will not go too far down the bases because I mean the rest of us are only TH9, so yeah, same strategy. TH11 against TH9, easy peasy. Here, I want to see a TH9 beating up a TH9, and I believe this is a TH9 against a TH9. So yeah, here's something to learn. TH9, if you want to beat a TH9, it seems like 2 golems and wizards to keep the side. 2 wall breakers to make sure that the golems don't stay stuck on the wall forever, and also so that they advance and they don't take the damage along with the wizards. It was not very effective, but decent enough. Now the king and the queen will take care of the CC troops, while the Valkyries will go straight into the middle. A ton of spells here to make sure he goes through the CC troops and through the middle. And now that the middle of the base is dead, he will send in the Hog Rider, which is an easy choice because the way the base is built, he has no doubt in his mind there is no giant bomb, so there will be no problem, no risk of dying for these Hog Riders. So this is something you need to watch on the base. If the base has no place for giant bombs, then Hog Riders are perfect. And Hog Riders, once you kill the queen in front, the CC troops, the queen, and you have no risk of getting killed by the giant bombs, then there is nothing to kill the Hog Riders as soon as they have heal spell on them. You see here he used the heal spell. It seems a bit silly, but actually it's pretty clever because there was a Tesla tower alone on the side and he didn't see all the giant bombs die. So it was very likely that this Tesla had giant bombs there, so he used the heal spell to make sure that his Hog Riders stay alive, because it was very likely there would be giant bombs there. So there were no giant bombs, but if there were, it was the perfect play. And now we will see the rest of the base. Very good attack from this G73N. So yeah, we got outplayed by this clan and we lost, and we didn't even use all our attacks. We only used 33 attacks, so I was very disappointed by my clan. And the bad news is one of our best attackers, the Lord Thanos, left, and another one of our best attackers, which is Monkey, left as well after he did his 6 stars. So we lost 2 of our best attackers. Roxy used to be one of our best attackers, and he didn't attack in this war, and he didn't attack in last war. So yeah, we lost 3 of our best players in the last war. So I'm a bit sad. I hope the rest of us will step up because we really need a step up. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time.